order for the Board of Adjustment for December 18th, 2025. Please have roll.
Mr. David Betts.
Here.
Mrs. Charlene Barhu.
Present.
Mr. Patrick Connors.
Here.
Mr. Charles Cameron.
Here.
Mr. Leon McCrae.
Here.
Mr. Brent Johnson.
Here. Thank you. And next, I'd like to introduce city staff, Miss Melissa Phillips to my right, and Mr. David Russell, our assistant city attorney, Joe Graves and Xavier Campbell behind the wall there doing our IT, and we do not have a police officer here today. We have the minutes from October 16th, 2025. Did everybody have a chance to review our minutes?
Yep.
No changes or adjustments? Do I have a motion to approve the minutes?
I motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Aye. All in favor or all opposed? Say no. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Minutes are approved. Okay, we have, oh, go ahead.
I do have, not that it matters, but on the minutes for the signature, they had John George.
I caught that. I caught that this afternoon.
Okay.
And they changed it.
Okay, very good. Thank
Yep,
you.
no, they changed it. It's
Not
correct
that
right
it's
here.
bad,
I just,
didn't know.
No,
I
no,
just
I
signed
caught
it.
it earlier.
I know, I've been here only 2 years. I keep forgetting about it.
Yeah, you know.
All right, thank you. We have new cases this month, 4 new cases. And we have the secretary read the case into record, then the applicant and representative will come out, describe their case, then we'll have questions and comments from the board for the applicant, and we'll have any public comments then after that for us to consider. And then we'll have a motion on the case, and the secretary will give us a roll call. So on the first case, Case A, BOA 2025. Could the clerk please read the record?
Case A, BOA 2025-025, variance from Section 3D7 of the Silver Pine Planned District Agreement. A request by Kenneth Lampkin, property owner, for a variance from the Silver Pine Planned District Agreement, Section 3D7, lot development criteria, specialty setbacks for a single-family home to reduce the required setback from the rear and side parcel boundaries to the swimming pool shell water line from 8 feet to 6 feet, and to reduce setback from the rear and side parcel boundaries to the swimming pool pump equipment from 3 feet to 18 inches. This variance approval will allow a swimming pool to be constructed on this parcel, which will not comply with all required setbacks. The property is located at 3120 Legends Preserve Drive.
Thank you very much. Can we please have a representative applicant come forward and give us a little brief on your case? And state your name and address for the record.
Louis Fiore, 3120 Legend Preserve Drive.
Thank you. Go ahead.
And instead of being 8 foot off the rear property line with the swimming pool, we'd like to go a little bit closer, 7 foot to the rear property line, so the applicant could have 8 foot in between the house and the pool for a wheelchair access. I'm still I'm still 5 off the property line with the screen. It's just moving the pool back 1 more foot. So there'd be a little bit less deck on the rear of the pool. And then also on one of the sides would be less than 8. I'd be coming a little bit closer to the side property line as well. But it would still be within the footprint of the house, just a little bit less deck area, a little bit more pool, a little bit less deck. With the pump and filter, in that neighborhood, I've always put them on the side of the house. But I think now I don't know if something changed to where I have to be 3 foot away from the property line with the pump and filter. I know that was in the application, but normally the pumps and filters always go on the side, and they're 2 foot, so I guess they're close to three off the property line. But if he does a heat pump, that's a little bit larger, to where that would be like 2 off the property line. Because there's 5 foot in between the property line and the house. And that's it.
Okay. Thank you very much. Does any of the board have any questions for the applicant?
I do. The back of the house that you're talking about, is that backed up into a preserve?
Yes, it is. There's a preserve behind them.
Okay, thank you.
And with the preserve, it's like a little lake area with woods.
There's woods, there's not woods directly behind the house. There's a
No.
retention pond, and then there's woods.
Yes. Yes.
One question I have, where the pool equipment is, the neighbor's house, do you know what that's in relationship to? Like a bedroom window, their patio?
When we position them, we make sure it's not by one of their windows. But with the new technology with the pumps and filters for the swimming pool, like with this swimming pool, he'll only have his pump running at 60% of capacity, and they make no noise. Even once you go above 70% of their capacity, you could hear it like an old motor when it turned on. You could hear it. With the new ones, they're whisper motors. You don't hear them. But on the side of the house, I always make sure I'm not in front of their lanai area or in front of a window.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
May I speak to that as well? These two properties aren't directly adjacent to each other on that side. There's a 10-foot drainage easement in between the two parcels. So normally there'd be 10 feet between the two houses. In this case, there's 20 feet between the two houses.
Okay, any other questions by board members? Is anybody here in the audience wish to speak on this matter? Sir? Yeah, come on up to the microphone. We need your name and address for the record.
I'm the property owner, Kenneth Lampkin. I just want to make sure that I heard something that might not be totally accurate. So we're on this, where the back is, where the retention pond is, I think he said a foot. We're looking for 1.5 feet.
Yeah, 1.5.
Is what's in the, okay. And on this side where the common area is, we're looking for not a foot, but 1.5 feet. Is that correct? I just wanted to.
That's what's in the paper.
Okay, yeah, I heard different. I just want to make sure that we're not, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for clarification. Appreciate that. Okay, seeing anybody else wish to speak? No? Okay. Does the board have any consideration to this application with a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion that case A, BOA 2025-025 is passed as asked.
I second it.
Been a motion and a second. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Betts?
Yes.
Mrs. Barhu?
Yes.
Mr. Connors?
Yes.
Mr. Cameron?
Yes.
Mr. McCray?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
All right. Well, it's been approved.
Merry
luck.
Christmas.
This cost me $80,000.
Somebody's happy.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
My pleasure.
Okay, case B, BOA 2025-26. Clerk, please read the item in for the record, please.
Case B, BOA 2025-026, variance from the CODB Land Development Code, Section 52B21J. A request by Renee L. Richardson, property owner, for variance from the CODB Land Development Code, Section 52B21J, use-specific standards for an event center, to reduce the required minimum distance from a residential zoning district or use from 250 feet to 0 feet. This variance approval will allow an event center to operate at this location while not meeting this use-specific standard. The property is located at 204 South Martin Luther King Boulevard.
Thank you. Could we please have the applicant come up and state the case for the record and your name and address, please?
Good afternoon. Renee Richardson, 204 South Martin Luther King Boulevard, Daytona Beach, Florida, business owner, as well as 931 South Martin Luther King Boulevard, homeowner in the Midtown area. So this project has been long and tiresome, and we are asking for a variance for the rear of the property because it butts against the residence of that's behind the business that we own. So I just want to tell you guys, this has been a project that we started in March. We obtained the property. It was before being worked on, but we obtained the property in March. And we have done a lot of work. We had code violations of stop work orders. We have met every goal. We have worked hard diligently, and we have provided a beautiful location. And trying to determine what would be best in the area. We're going with an event center. We have a lot of people that are excited about this. And we are in talks with the AMVET to provide services and a partnership with them so that we can have community events there. We need something in the Midtown area. This will be an amazing opportunity for the community and for the residents as well. I've had an opportunity to speak to some of the residents as well as the business owners. Everybody is excited about this. This is the last hurdle. This is the last hiccup. So we are really asking for the variance just to be able to provide this service and provide this beautiful location that's in the Midtown area. We want for something to grow in our area, and this is the start of it. So we're asking for that. If you have any questions, I can do my best to answer them. I will answer them.
Okay.
Okay?
Now, we understand we have another staff member that's going to Zoom in today. Is that going to happen?
Joe, do you guys have her?
Can you see me?
Yep,
Yeah.
there she is.
Hello. Go ahead and state your name and
Hi.
address for the record, and let's hear what you have to say.
Rose Askew, 126 East Orange Avenue, City of Daytona Beach.
Thank you. Go ahead and let us know.
You're very welcome. I'm going to share my screen. Melissa, I spoke with Melissa. I provided some additional details for you all on last night. We had some issues with me being able to get access to our older files to show you all, provide the history on this property. So she said she had provided that information to you all.
Yeah, we have it on the
So I'm
table.
going to share my screen because I want you all to be able, I want to be able to see, you all to see the regulations for an event center. Can you all see that?
Oh, now
Here we go.
can.
Now we can.
Okay. You all should also have this information for yourselves. When the event centers were approved in 2023 to be allowed in this area, the city knew with the development of the Midtown redevelopment area, they weren't going to be able to meet some of the criteria. And what we had told property owners and business owners is they'd have to apply for a variance for some of them. We tried to set up the regulations where they could meet as much of them as possible because it's an already developed area. And under our previous land development code, the Midtown redevelopment area did not have redevelopment zoning. They had regular zoning, and this property was business automotive, which allowed nightclubs, bars, lounges. In fact, you all have in your information, I show where in 1995 or 97, they had a bikers club there that operated as a nightclub. Additionally, directly on the other side of the street was a full-fledged nightclub called the Safari Center. And so they're trying to get some of the uses back that they had that got taken away when we adopted our new land development code. And so we put some criteria in here. If you look at the event center criteria, based on the size of her property, which is 10,200 square feet total, the maximum patrons she can have is between 50 to 199. So she's limited on the size as well because of that. We made sure that you had to be on larger properties to be able to have major events. So any event she has cannot be more than 50 to 199 patrons. All activities are required to be inside on the property. They cannot have any type of outside activities, so there should be minimal to no noise because everything has to be done on the interior of the building. And although the property abuts a single-family residential property, the actual building itself is more than 250 feet, the rear of the building, from the residential property. So everything's inside. They've got more than 250 feet away from their property boundary to the residential property. So, and additionally, she has a property on the other side of the street where she will be able to provide parking for patrons of her events, as well as on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, because in that area, they're not required to have parking. They allow them to park on the street. They're exempt from having to have parking on their properties because of the way these properties are developed. If you all have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
Okay, thank you. Any
You're welcome.
questions for from the board to any of the applicant or the staff?
Yes, of course, I have a question.
I have some too. I have some too.
So, because of the zoning of the area, the idea is a parking lot is not required. Is that,
It's not required.
Parking's not required at all. No parking is required in that area from 200 feet off of ISB all the way down to the end of the street. Parking's not a requirement for any of those properties abutting on that front on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. If you look at some of the documents I gave you, in the board, they got a variance for the motorcycle club and the restaurant that used to be there before. They got a variance that exempted them from having to have parking when it was required. And then the city came back afterwards, and if you look at the minutes in there, it says in there, it tells you the city was already working on removing the parking requirement in that area because it's impossible for business owners to be able to put parking on their lots. These are very old lots that are fully developed. So there's no way for them to be able to meet that criteria. So the city went in, and in Article 6 of our Land Development Code under the parking standards, they are exempt from having to have parking. But Ms. Richardson has gone a little bit farther, and she is going to be providing parking on her property that's directly on the other side of the street on Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. So she will be providing parking for her patrons.
in that parking area, is that blacktopped or is it dirt or grass?
Asphalt.
Asphalt.
It's developed, it's asphalt.
Yes.
Because 150 patrons is going to take up a lot of parking.
Well, they also have parking on the street. They can
Yeah.
park on the street. And again, this was up until about 2 years ago, the nightclub use was open and operating. Someone came forward to develop a multifamily complex, for Bethune-Cookman, and then that didn't go through. So that's the only reason the nightclub's not there already parking on the street. And I can tell you, when they were there, they parked all up and down in the neighborhoods. Even though it's not something we want to have, the city allows that based on the way these areas are developed. We don't have any parking lots or anything in the area for the business owners to be able to utilize. We have them on the beach side, but for some reason, the city never developed any in this area to allow these property owners and property and business owners, when they want to have activities, to be able to use the city's parking lots. We don't have that available. So as a result of that, they allow them to be able to park on the street up and down Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. And there's other commercial streets like Orange Avenue in different areas. But she's also making sure that she does her best to try to provide parking for her patrons on her property.
Okay. Any other questions?
No, I'm fine.
Anybody else have any other questions right now? Okay, I've got a few questions for you.
Yes, sir.
What kind of activities do you see happening with the event center? What kind of events are you envisioning?
The event center is going to, whether it's bridal showers, whether it's weddings, receptions, parties for children, parties for, what do you call it? It would be like a Sunday afternoon brunch kind of event. We are, as I said, we're in the conversations and the works with the AMVET. They are a nonprofit, and they will be doing community events for the veterans. So we're excited about that. We are working with them to just ensure that we have different activities that's going to be going on there.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
And we're excited about, providing for Bike Week as well. We're going to be available and open for that as well.
what, so everything's got to be done inside the building from the event standpoint. Do you
That
have?
is correct.
Yeah, and do you have any thing planned on the outside? Any storage sheds, anything else like to that matter that's in the back? There's room in the back for stuff?
Yeah, it's.
And I don't know what
Yeah,
do you
it's
have
plenty of
anything
room in
planned
the
for
back.
what?
And then we have stuff, like I said, what's planned is our next major event, or our pretty much first major event, is going to be Bike Week. We are very excited about that. So
Mm-hmm.
yes, we have storage in for the area in the back. We have it.
I mean, I'm talking about outside. What's going to
Yes,
happen
we have
outside?
that.
So you're going to store things outside?
We can have storage outside behind the building. We have, the
No, you
building
can't, no.
actually is gated in. It's already gated
Sir?
in.
Excuse me. Outside storage is not permitted. If you have any storage in the back, you have to have a shed or something back there. You are not permitted to have outside storage.
There you go. That's
That's a whole different use. That's not allowed. So any storage on the property has to be inside.
Thank you.
Or in a storage unit, but it
Thank you.
cannot be outside on the property.
That's
As far as Bike Week goes, the activities for Bike Week, they're not allowed in the rear of the property. All Bike Week activities are required to be on Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune Boulevard. So
Okay.
there will be no activities in the rear of the property.
Yes. Okay. That's what I was getting. To hopefully get the answer to that. Thank you.
Yes, sir. You're welcome.
And then, are there hours regulated for the in the code with relation to the activity center?
Yes, sir. They are only allowed to operate till midnight.
Okay.
They're not allowed to operate past midnight.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Betts, I put the ordinance in this package. It's right behind the design standards for the
Okay.
zoning district.
Those were the only questions I had.
Okay,
so
okay, I'm
I
sorry.
appreciate you.
Just want to make sure you knew it
No,
was in there.
you're good. Thank you.
I don't have a question, but I do have a comment. That area is a very blighted area that really needs the kind of services that she's providing. And they have done an awesome job on remodeling, and that building probably one of the second best looking buildings in the area. First, they would say. But it's a very nice looking building, and that area just needs people to invest. And what the city is doing in partnership for that particular area, because it's so blighted, they're offering up to $50,000 to businesses to improve their properties. And so when you got someone that's willing to improve and update the property and to make it a viable business that pays taxes, I hope they do more of that. And, so that was my comment.
Thank you very much. Anybody in the audience wish to speak on the matter for it or against it right now? It's fine.
Good afternoon. Sharon Hawkins, 340 Garden Street. My question is, why do we even have to have a variance? Because that area is already developed. There's no property on MLK or Mary McLeod that's gonna be 250 feet from a resident. The area is already developed. So even when they made this change that we could have the event centers and stuff, when you put that in, that kills everybody. It kills everybody from 500 feet to even have one. So we're trying to figure out why we even have to have it when whoever did the changing and zoning, they knew we was not 250 feet from.
And I can respond to
From
that because
nothing.
I wrote the text amendment for it. The text amendment is not just for redevelopment areas, it's throughout the city for event centers. So this is a criteria for anybody in our city who wants to be able to have an event center. However, we knew that redevelopment, in Midtown redevelopment, you all would not be able to. So that is why when we did it, we gave you all the option for any you don't meet to go to the Board of Adjustment, but you have to try to come into compliance as much as possible. And when that is impossible to do, then you come to the Board of Adjustment for a variance. But these regulations are not just for the Midtown redevelopment area, they're for the entire city.
Yeah.
So once one variance, when she get clear for this, that goes for everyone. George Ingham, right? Because that's where I'm talking about putting an event center on George Ingham.
Anybody
So
who
I'm
wants an
gonna need that
event
variance
center has
too.
to meet, yes, anyone who wants to have an event center has to meet this criteria.
Yeah.
And it's based on the size of your property.
So depending on the situation with your
My
property,
situation is 6 feet, not
then
250
then you would
feet.
have to come to a variance for yourself.
Again.
Every property
Everybody.
is separate.
Okay.
Yeah, to be reviewed.
Yeah,
Okay,
this-
thank you.
This clearance is only for her property.
Just for her
Yes.
property, yes, just for this property here. Okay. Anybody else have anything to say on this matter? Okay, seeing none. Does the board have any other considerations and questions asked of staff or wish to make a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
There's been a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I second. You second? We
I'll
all
second.
Ms. Barr, you second it? Will we please have a roll call?
Mr. Betts,
Yes.
Mrs. Barhu,
Yes.
Mr. Connors,
Yes.
Mr. Cameron? Yes. Mr. McCray,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Thank you, thank you,
Thank you and good luck. Merry Christmas.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And hope you get a lot of events.
It's freezing in here. The air conditioner is working.
Okay, let's move on to case C, BOA 2025-027. Could you please read this case into the record?
Case C, BOA 2025-027, variance from the Land Development Code, Section 63G6, and the Oak Bluff PMHD, Section 3. A request by Kyle Selby, property owner, for a variance from the CODB Land Development Code, Section 63G6, vehicular access and connectivity driveway location and dimensions for residential development to reduce the required minimum distance for a driveway on a corner lot from 25 feet from the intersection to 19 feet. The applicant also requests a variance from the Oak Bluff Planned Mobile Home Development Agreement, Section 3, description of development for a mobile home to reduce the front setback from 20 feet to 15 feet. This variance approval will allow a 1,387 square foot manufactured home to be constructed on this parcel, which will not meet these required standards. The property is located at 1101 Yoppen Street.
Okay, thank you very much. Representative of the applicant here, wish to come up and speak. Name and address for the record, please.
Sure. My name's Dwight Selby. My address is 200 East Granada Boulevard, Ormond Beach. First of all, thank you for consideration. We bought this lot, I don't know, about 6 months or maybe a year ago with the intention of putting a brand new manufactured home on it, and then we're going to sell the home and the land as a package. We do that on a regular basis. We've probably done, I don't know, 10 or 15 so far, and we have 10 lots, scattered site lots around the county under contract under various stages of development right now. This is the second lot that we purchased in Oak Bluff. and we sold the other one, put a brand new home on it and sold it. We have two requests here. The first one is, this is a corner lot, as you can see from the aerial photo, and Yupon is a 2-block long street. There are approximately 11 houses on that street. So as you come up to the intersection, the code requires that our driveway be 25 feet away from the corner. We need the driveway to be 19 feet away from the corner. And as you can see from the site plan, that there's very little traffic on that street, and there really isn't even much traffic on the cross street, which is Vine Street that cuts through that neighborhood. So this, I mean, in this particular location, granting that 6 feet variance really, I think, has virtually no impact. And I should mention that we did look at doing a mirror image of the house and the driveway. In other words, putting the driveway on the other side of the house, but that would have put the house right alongside Vine Street, which we thought would be bad for the homeowners because, their house with their windows and their house would be, and it wouldn't look good in the neighborhood either, because I think that house would have been parallel to Vine Street and very close to Vine Street. So we chose to plan to do it the other way. The second variance we need is really, it's really the result of, there is a 35-foot environmental landscape buffer on the, I guess that's the south side of this lot. And all the lots on the perimeter of this neighborhood, there's a 35-foot, environmental landscape buffer. So we can't build anything there. The only thing you can build in there is a fence. And the normal rear setback, I think, is probably 10 feet in the city of Daytona Beach in that zone. I'm not sure right offhand. So we lose probably 20 or 25 feet of depth. In other words, without that, we could have pushed the house further back. But all the houses on that street on the outside of the neighborhood are subject to that same environmental thing. So really what we need on the front is just room for the stairs, and the house ticks over it less than a foot, I think, part of it. But we need about 5 feet of width to get the front steps in. And with that, I hope that was a clear explanation of what we're doing. But if there are any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Thank you. You answered my question. Anybody on the board have any questions to the applicant?
I just have one question. It looks like there's a stop sign right in front of this property. Does that affect your driveway at all? Or are they going to need to move that at all, or you stay out of that area?
I don't think it will, because we're going to be 19 feet away from from Vine Street.
Okay.
So it should not. I don't think it will.
Okay.
There's also a drainage ditch, a drainage grate
Inlet.
in the corner, right? And I assume that the driveway is how far away from that drainage?
It'll be 19 feet away from the property line.
Okay. And what kind of,
away.
this is regular housing?
This is a manufactured home subdivision, so it'll be a multi-section manufactured home,
Okay,
factory built.
thank you.
Mr. Connor, on page 3 of my staff report, you can see their site plan, and then you can see that, that water main that you're talking about outside, right outside of their property. How you can see how that will affect
I do.
the driveway.
Yes, thank you, Missy.
Sure.
Okay, is there anybody in the audience that wishes to speak on the matter? Seeing none, board have any consideration or motion?
I motion case BOA 2025-027 be passed as requested.
And I second it.
Been a motion and a second. Could the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Betts?
Yes.
Mrs. Barhu?
Yes.
Mr. Connors?
Yes.
Mr. Cameron?
Yes.
Mr. McCray?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Thank you
been
very much.
approved. Thank you.
Appreciate
Good
it.
luck.
Merry Christmas.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas.
Okay, so our last case for the day is case D, BOA 2025-28. Clerk, could please read the case into the record?
Case D, BOA 2025-028, variance from the Article 4, Section 4.2B of the CDB Land Development Code. A request by David and Julie Linsmith, property owners, for a variance from Article 4 zoning districts, Section 4.2B, Single Family Residential 5, SFR 5 of the CODB Land Development Code for a single-family residential structure to reduce the interior setback from 10 feet to 7 feet and to reduce the front setback from 30 feet to 27 feet. This variance will allow a 408 square foot expansion of the southwest side of the first floor, a second-story addition above the south side of the home, as well as expand the existing garage approximately 256 square feet for an additional car space. This property is located at 2107 North Halifax Avenue.
Thank you. Let's see, we have our applicant up and ready to go. Just state your name and address for the record, please.
David Linsmith, 2107 North Halifax Avenue, Daytona Beach, 32118.
Thank you. Tell us about your project.
This is a property that we bought in '24, and we're trying to get it going and getting engineers and architects moving, and having hurricanes stops everything in its tracks. So we're back to say we'd like to be able to get moving on it and have the variance to be able to build. The existing garage area is 7.5 feet off of the property line today because it was built in '67 when we afforded that. And so we're looking to build straight up and add some rooms up on top and be able to have a primary and then be able to extend out to the back. I want to add a third car garage to be able to, park my lawnmower. So yeah, front setback from 30 to 27, just because that's where the front corner of the garage, unless I build it on an angle, wouldn't allow me to be able to add it. And then the side setback to be able to go straight up from where the existing building is today. And purposely, I did not bring a 40-page PowerPoint.
No, that's fine. We have it here in front of us. And it appears from your site plan that you've darkened in the areas that are subject to the variance application.
Yes, sir.
So that's very helpful. Okay.
Melissa was very helpful in suggestions.
Thank you.
This case was approved previously. I put that in my notes, but I realized I kind of put them towards the end, so I just wanted to make sure that everybody saw that this was previously, this exact variance was approved last year, July 18, 2024.
Yeah.
It just expired before they got their construction permits in.
Yeah, I remember. Now that you said that, it looked familiar. Anybody have any questions? The applicant? Anybody in the audience? Oh, no.
I'm curious, are you intending to blacktop, asphalt the driveway?
No. I am intending to make a very beautiful paver driveway, though.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm concerned about the runoff, but that's okay.
Oh, I love making sure that there's a real nice grade against it so water goes this direction away from the house.
And pavers will help absorb the water.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. So much more.
No, thank you.
Yep.
Is there any other questions or a motion?
Okay. I motion case BOA 2025-028 is approved as requested.
Is there a second? Thank you. Dan? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Betts?
Yes.
Mrs. Barfield?
Yes.
Mr. Connors?
Yes.
Mr. Cameron?
Yes.
Mr. McCray?
Yes.
Mr. Johnston?
Yes.
Pray for no more hurricanes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Do not want you to get
You're
any more
welcome.
delays. Good luck.
Merry Christmas.
This to you too. Okay, Melissa, you have anything else for the matter? Are these bags courtesy of you? Thank you.
I did not bake those, but they're good.
Well, then we can eat them.
Thank you.
Here's the
Merry
minutes
Christmas.
for the last meeting. Yes, I need to get replaced because it's required.
Want to start
What now?
thinking about that.
After 2 years, I can't be chairman.
It's
Nobody
been
can.
2 years?
Yeah, can you believe it?
No.
I didn't think so
I'm
either.
shocked.
Yeah.
You sure that's right?
It is,
I think you on the list too.
you can be reelected though.
Oh.
After, you have to wait
Okay.
a year. You
I
have
have
to,
to wait a year,
I
yeah.
was gonna say, that was so
I
fast.
remember that when I
Yeah.
first
Yeah.
joined the board. Guys, you
Yeah.
Oh.
with
okay.
Trey, remember,
Yeah, I thought so.
yeah, so you just have to take some time off and come
Okay.
back.
Well,
You don't want me here,
But
that's
it does
fine.
look like
Well, you don't have to leave, you just
I'm
can't be the
just
chair.
in March, it looks like there's three of us. Right?
Oh, we have to leave?
Up for reappointment, yeah.
Reappointments,
You
yeah.
can- you
Oh,
can say you're gonna
reappointments.
stay and it'll be
Can you
happy.
cross the point?
March, right? Okay.
My information's already there.
Is it all correct? Yeah, just let me know if anything's not correct out, if,
Oh, let me
fix it,
see.
resend those out.
Well, you know my other phone number.
I'm sorry?
I have a phone number that you normally call me on. This is like secondary.
That's
Oh, is
the-
it?
yeah.
Okay. Will you-
You want me to correct it?
If you don't mind.
Okay.
because
Thank you.
I'm not sure where I'm getting the other number from.
It's my work cell.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, just whatever you want us to use, if you'll put that on there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
That's all I
Is that all you
have,
have?
so,
I make a motion
To adjourn?
that we adjourn.
okay, Merry
There's been a
Christmas
second,
and
all in
happy
favor, aye?
holidays, everyone.
By acclamation.
Merry
Have a
Christmas.
safe holidays.